Good morning, fam. It's your boy Dtlf back with another post-game recap as Team USA cruises to victory versus Greece, 109 to 81. Um, what a sensational game by Team USA! Once again, that camaraderie from the bench really shined. The two top players in this game, again off the bench, in my opinion, Tyrese Halliburton, who ended up with he's just a phenomenal playmaker, sets the table, very efficient, right? And just does the right things, right? 9 points don't tell the whole story. 3 for 5 from shooting, 3 assists, one uh one steal, and 3 blocks. So he did it all. And of course, our guy Austin Reaves. My goodness, man. Both of those players had the highest plus minus on the team, along with Cam Johnson, all tied at 19. But Austin Reaves again, 4 for 7 from the field, guys, 15 points, and was just an absolute beast with another 6 assist performance, and just so efficient, so efficient. He continues to show what he can do. He continues to show the handle, the playmaking, the scoring, the defense. He had a steal and slam there in the first half. You know what? Absolutely amazing, man. Love the way Team USA is playing right now. They're starting to gel, especially like I said, that bench. I'm still concerned about the starting lineup. Obviously, probably going to keep the bench together because of their great, there's just their great camaraderie. But Brandon Ingram's still struggling. Brandon Ingram is still struggling from the floor for Team USA. Only 5 points on 2 for 4 shooting. His confidence seems a little shot on this team, so that's interesting, right? But just I don't know. There seems to be a missing piece to that starting lineup. They tend to get off the slow starts, and you can get away with that versus Greece, right? But you're probably not gonna be able to get away with that versus better teams in the tournament. So if they really want to go all the way, I suggest my suggestion, we get a little roster starting lineup tweak. I said it the last game, I'll say it again. Something's missing from that starting lineup. I still suggest Tyrese Halliburton over Jalen Brunson to start and Jalen Brunson off the bench, simply because Halliburton's more of a table setter. Maybe that'll get Brandon Ingram going. Either that or you insert Paolo Banchero instead of Ingram. I don't know, but he's really struggling. And on the other side for Greece, I mean, they came out firing from the beginning. Um, that player, what is his name? Georgios Papagiannis or something like that. Sound like Papa John's. That boy sound like Papa. This dude right there, man, he can hoop. 7-footer has 17 points for Greece. Really kept them in the game in the first half till obviously Team USA's talent was too much in the second half and they took off. But yeah, I like that dude, Papa Giannis. I remember he was drafted high a couple years back, and unfortunately he didn't pan out. But sometimes you get late bloomers, and talking about late bloomers, have you guys been checking out Rondé Hollis Jefferson stats? Right, he's playing in this tournament. I forgot what team he plays for, and he has been sensational. Some people comparing him to Kobe Bryant. I see the form and all that. Obviously, there's no comparison. I see the athleticism and all of that, and obviously he wears number 24, so he's one of the disciples. But there's no comparison, guys. But it's interesting to see how some of these young talented players who are no longer in the NBA are trying to make their mark and earn another roster spot, or their way another ticket. Punch a second chance to the NBA. My guy, he said, Team USA is going crazy right now. I love it, man. They're playing good basketball, especially like I said, that bench. If you pay attention, the starters are getting off to a rocky start. Then the bench comes in and just infuses them with a fire punch. Both times the bench came in the first and in the second half, they got double-digit leads and they continue to push it forward. So, to me, the bench has been better than the starters because I feel like the starters, and Steve Kerr should see this, but maybe he's not as an intelligent coach as everybody thought he was. He should see that he has too many iso ball scorers in the starting lineup, too many on-ball guys, right? And he needs to have a playmaker, a table setter at least, or somebody who plays well off the ball. Either Austin Reaves or Tyrese could definitely work there. To me, they have both been two of the best, along with obviously Ant-Man, but Ant-Man more of a bucket, right? When he doesn't have it going, he disappears a little bit. He only had 13 points tonight and 4 for 11. Didn't have the best shooting night, but we know he can go. He can detonate at any moment. However, just for the purpose that I mentioned, getting off to better starts because they're gonna go up against some really talented teams in this tournament. The further we go, the better the competition. And France got eliminated already, but Luca's team is still in there. You still got Canada with Gillies Alexander. They got, I believe they have Jamal Murray. I'm not sure if he played or not. But they're a very stacked team. They got a lot of NBA talent. RJ Barrett. Yes, even Dylan Brooks. They're very stacked. So watch out for Team Canada. Obviously, Germany, led by Dennis Schroeder, has been playing some very cohesive basketball. I think they pose the biggest threat to Team USA throughout the exhibition matchups. So that'll be interesting if that happens. But yeah, I'm still looking for a little minor tweak for the starting lineup, and hopefully Coach wisens up and he does it. Like I said, I'd love to see either AR or Halliburton in there over Jalen Brunson, who's more. And he got Jalen Brunson started the game off really well, but he's more of a scoring type point guard than a like I said, a table setter, a real uh, point guard that'll get these other players going, right? So, just my opinion. What do you guys think? He said, Dan, my brother, cheering on our AR out, have to back my country. My boy said Australia. Shout out to Australia. What's up, Brayden? What's up, my boy? I missed the first two quarters because I was asleep. Man, I'm not gonna lie, fam. Like I wake up and I watch it on my phone, right? Because I have the Spectrum app on my phone, and like I literally laying in bed while watching it. I knocked out like in midway through the third quarter, till I heard Austin Reaves came in the game, and then you know what I mean. So I'm right there with you, man. It's hard to watch these morning time games, especially if you're busy like me all week, man. Really hard to wake up, but I love it, man. Definitely gonna support this country, and then obviously Austin Reaves has been sensational. I mean, he did everything right again today. Highest plus minus on the team coming off the bench, only playing 17 minutes, around 17 and a half minutes, but 4 for 7 from the field, 3 for 4 from twos, and 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. He also had 6 assists to go with that and 2 steals again. So again, he's one of these guys that comes in and he's a spark plug. But he's always been that. Even for the Lakers, when he used to come off the bench, he was a spark plug. Till eventually the coaching staff realized that he was so much better as a starter because we could get off to quicker starts. He's one of the huge reasons. I think we all give D'Angelo, Vanderbilt, and the guys we traded, obviously Rui Hachimura, a lot of credit for the run that the Lakers made to the Western Conference last season. But the truth of the matter is, when we traded Westbrook away, we did 2 things. For one, we cleared up more minutes for Austin Reaves. And for 2, when we started Austin Reaves, we finally gave him the opportunity he had longed for and deserved. So, that's just the thing, man. It's very excited for him and continues to get better. Did you guys see that crossover Euro step lay? Wow, just wow. Also, they double teamed him at one point, kept his dribble alive, kicks it out to Halliburton in the corner for the wide open 3. I just love everything about him. His handles, his defense has been phenomenal. Here, he has been to me the most complete, well-rounded player on this team. And that's saying a lot because you have a lot of talent here. You have a lot of talent there. I definitely I expected him to make his mark on this team, but I didn't expect him to dominate off the bench in limited minutes the way he has, right? But man, he never ceases to amaze me, man. That Austin Reaves, he'll continue to get better throughout the course of his career, and this is gonna be huge for his experience, right? Moving forward. Let's see here. How old is I don't know. I don't know how that Giannis Papa Giannis or whatever you want to call him, how old he is, but I do know that he showed some real game. He showed some real game. AR stats, he ends up with 15 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, my brother. Those were his stats. Again, he's been very efficient and 4 for 7 from the field, meaning he only missed 3 shots in total. So 15 points on 7 shots is really freaking good. Like really freaking good. And he gets the free throw line extremely well. That it shows that it's not just an NBA fluke. The kid knows how to draw contact. He knows how to, he attacks the closeouts really well. And he has a defense on their toes. He really is him. But we've seen it since his rookie season, so nothing should really surprise us. But he continues to elevate his game, right? That's just the thing. And those 15 points weren't like quiet, like garbage minute type 15 points. No, these were in the heat of the battle, in the moment. We're only up 4. Reaves gets a steal, gets out in transition, gets a dunk. They're impactful 15 points, because sometimes you can miss the game and look at the stat sheet and be like, it was only 15. Everybody's overreacting. No, these are timely buckets at the right times that boost that lead and give us the confidence we need to execute and finish the game off strongly. That's real leadership right there. All right. Good morning, everybody. Hey, welcome, man. I'm shocked you guys are up this early, man. We got over 100 up in here in the chat. Live, it's not even 8. It's about to be 8 a.m. over here Pacific time. So shout out to you guys, man. You guys really love your team, man. That's what's up. Um, he said, "Hey, what's up, Angie? Welcome. Good morning. Austin showing out. This team would go as far as long as Austin putting on a show. Listen, my two favorite players so far on this Team USA. Well, actually, I have three favorite players here. First one has been obviously Austin Reaves. Second one has been Tyrese Halliburton. The third one, believe it or not, as much as I love Ant Man, it has been Paolo Banchero. He's come off the bench and he's put in some awesome minutes as well on both ends of the floor. Now today he had more of a quiet game, but I've loved what he's been doing so far overall. Right, Tyler only had 8 points today, but he only shot the ball twice, so most of that was at the free throw line. Right, but he's just a presence, very athletic. Love the kid's talent. And Ant Man is right there. The only thing with Ant Man is when he doesn't score, he kind of goes away in the game. We need him to focus on the defense and playmaking aspect as well. That's the only thing I'll say about him. But he is a bucket. I mean, one game doesn't change that. Did I watch the game live? Yes, I did. Yes, sir. From my phone, from my bed. I didn't want to get out of bed, man. That's too early. So I watch it from my phone. A solid size screen. Very solid size screen. He said, Canada and Germany going to be big challenges for Team USA. Yes, they are. And this is why I want to tweak the starting lineup. It's not because obviously we're winning by 30, right? But if every team was Greece, then it wouldn't be a problem because you can afford to get off the slower starts. I'm talking about when we face set teams. That's when it could be a struggle, right? So, yeah, I just want us to get off the quicker starts. And I think inserting a playmaker like Hallie or Austin or even maybe, yeah, somebody like that in the backcourt, I think would be tremendous. Clearly, you're not going to bench Ant Man, so I would, choose the former. I would go with benching the point guard. I already forgot his name, but you guys know who I'm talking about, right? You said, imagine Banchero on the Lakers. It's too far away, man. Listen, he has to go through his rookie contract plus his next contract. That's like 7 years away. I'm not going to imagine that for that far away. But I will say this. Austin Reaves was quoted as saying he is recruiting. So that's very interesting. He's recruiting guys and he's making great relationships. You should see the smiles and them having a good time with AR. AR is just a great dude. So it's not hard to get along with him. Plus he's humble and he has a swagger about him that it's like, okay, here comes the coldest white boy walking into the room. You just know as soon as he walks in, it's like a real killer has stepped into on the floor. So he has that swagger about him. It's like, nice guy, but he's taking names and kicking ass. So AR for player of the game. Let's go. I love it. I love it, Angie. I can't wait for the season to start. I'm starting to see his full arsenal. He looks more confident. His handles look like they've improved, believe it or not. As hard as that is to believe, his handles were already really good. But this dude, I don't think he's turned over the ball once throughout the tournament. That's even an exhibition play. As long as I'm talking about like stripped, right? As far as ball handling goes, he's dribbled, he's crossed people up, he's went behind his back, he's went into traffic, and he did have like one pass so far in all the games that I've seen that was a bad pass. But outside of that, handles have been on point, playmaking, keeps his head up, keeps his head up, and he can see the full floor. So he's doing awesome floor general things. And I actually have been hearing that the Lakers are going to feature him more in a ball handler's role. So that's good news for him and his game, and his opportunities will expand. Maybe that's why Darvin predicted he would be an all-star. So shout out to Darvin for, inserting that confidence in the young man. And again, very excited, guys. Every game I watch makes me even more excited for the Lakers season. But right now we're focused on that gold medal and what Team USA can improve on. And there's still plenty of room for improvement. Like I said, there's a couple of guys that aren't having the best tournament. Brandon Ingram spearheading that. We need more from Ingram. All right, if we want to make sure we win this tournament, we're going to need more from him. And my solution is to insert a true point guard out there. Not Jalen Brunson. And I love Jalen Brunson. He's a Knick. Obviously, Knick's one of my favorite teams. A very good point guard, but he's more of a scorer, and I don't think that does the wings on this team any favors, right? So we got plenty of scorers in the starting lineup. Why not, what would be your guys' starting lineup? Let me ask you guys that. What would be your starting lineup on this team, right? Because I feel like mine would be Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards. I'd probably do Paolo Banchero if old boy Brandon Ingram continues to struggle. I'd leave Bobby Portis there and Jaren Jackson Jr. That's fine. We need the dirty work. We need the dogs down low. But off the bench, I would obviously feature, since Tyrese has gone off the bench, I would actually play some point. I would let Austin handle a little bit. Obviously, Brunson's going to be there. Brandon Ingram, I think they would find themselves well as well. So I don't know. That's probably my lineup right off the top. I may be wrong though. Maybe they should just leave it as is. And Steve Kerr has something brewing as far as the bench goes. Their chemistry's been sensational. So they're like the saving grace of this team. But still, I just want us to get off to quicker starts because, like I said, we've been facing easier teams. The first two games of the tournament were easier teams. Now, as we go into the elimination stages, the knockout stages, that's when you get the best of the best, the cream of the crop in this tournament. Luka's in this tournament. Obviously, Team Canada's stacked. You got guys like Dennis who are menaces out here in this tournament. So we got to make sure that we come ready to take it all the way. He said Bankero is like Blake. Good comparison. The only difference is young Blake had more hops, and Bankero can shoot the three more efficient at a young age. Yes, I said that a couple days ago. I agree. I agree with your take as far as the differences, but that's a perfect take because he's a power forward who could face up and do a little bit of everything. I actually think Bankero's defense though is ahead of the curve as far as where Blake Griffin was and where he ended up in. So my guy said Tyrese, Reaves, Ant-Man, BI, and Triple J. See, I don't mind that lineup. I would love to start Reaves. The only problem is that now you take away all the firepower from the bench if you do that. You don't want to do that, right? You want to have a nice balance. And Reaves has been the best player off the bench up there with Tyrese. So you start one or the other, in my opinion. And as far as Ant-Man at the 3 and BI at the 4, I don't like that because you're going too small. You will be punished at some point in this tournament if you do that. So that's my only take about that, man. But let's see here. Let's see the next lineup. My guy Mamba said Tyrese, Ant-Man, Bridges, Bankero, and Triple J. Yeah, that's not a bad lineup. That's pretty perfect right there. I do like Bridges. He's been balling. He's pretty efficient. He can knock down the 3, play solid perimeter defense. Yeah, why not? I like your lineup. There you go. Something like that. I just think, I think Kerr is probably stubborn, right? He's got championship pedigree. So he thinks he knows it all. And he's probably just going to let it ride out and hopefully they start gelling. And I hope they start gelling, right? We're rooting for the team. So with the starters. But again, we're very petty because we just won by 30 and damn near 30. And we're complaining about little minor things. But I just feel like I don't want it to come back and bite Team USA down the stretch, getting off the slow starts. That's the only thing, right? We're chasing perfection out here. We want to go undefeated throughout. He said Cam Johnson, Paolo Banchero, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Edwards, and Bobby Portis. Yeah, that's a really big team right there. I like that. Only thing is we lack a point guard on this team. So I would, subtract Cam Johnson and put in one of the point guards, the real point guards. Tyrese, Austin Reaves, somebody like that. But yeah, listen, all these lineups are great. I think Team USA is going to be just fine, right? I think we're going to go all the way. I think we're going to add another medal to the collection. But everybody the keys are everybody stay healthy, get off to quicker starts, make the proper adjustments, coach, and keep feeding Austin Reaves. There's a couple of times when it looks like, Reaves is shining so much that other guys want to get in on the action and they go away from Reaves and they start losing the lead. When they play through him, just amazing things happen. The efficiency off the chart. Same thing with Halliburton. Halliburton has been impressing with these nice little no-look passes, these little dump-offs, to the trailer in transition and knocking down shots as well. He's very good, man. Future's bright for the Pacers as well. I still think I would have kept Halliburton instead of Domantas Sabonis if I was the Kings, but I'm not. So let bygones be bygones. But yeah, my guy said, hope Ingram adjust. There's only a few games left, one left in the group, and then after that, one game elimination like the Soccer World Cup. I know, and this is why I say we cannot lose. Even though there's one group play game left, we want to continue to build on the good habits. So I say, yes, I agree. Man, I really hope Brandon gets off the snide. He's really been struggling, even through exhibition play. He really hasn't had one good game where we're like, okay, this is the Brandon Ingram game that's going to unlock him, right? He doesn't look like Pelicans Brandon Ingram right now. He looks like rookie Brandon Ingram who struggled early on in his Laker career, right? Like for the first quarter of the season. So that's what he looks like right now. But again, I don't blame him because he's an on-ball player. he's playing with a lot of on-ball players out there. So again, that's up to the coaching staff to put him in the best position to succeed, right? Somewhere where guys can play off ball and guys who also play make for him. So yeah, that's how I feel about that whole situation. Now, did you guys see that college? Not the college. I'm sorry. The USA, was he a track runner athlete who said, and this has been a hot topic of conversation, but he basically said that the NBA aren't world champs because it's only one league basically. That this is the world championships, the Olympics. These guys are wearing the flags and representing the colors. They're the world champions. Now, I want to give you guys my take on that because that's a load of crap. First and foremost, okay. And I had a good conversation with my buddy who agreed with the athlete, right? But because he said in soccer, right? Yeah, basically the world is when you win the World Cup. So kind of making the comparison. But the difference is that in the NBA is the hottest, the best, the absolute best combination of talent is in the NBA. We're talking the Luka Doncic, obviously, guys like that. Giannis, the Greek freak, all the best foreigners come and play for the NBA. Therefore, technically, when you win an NBA championship, you are a world champion. You're the best in the world because no other challengers from other countries could take you down, right? So I hate to say it, but Jokic is a world champion, right? Because he beat some of the best players in the world to get that championship. The technicalities are just ridiculous, right? Matter of fact, I'll be honest with y'all. There's more competition in the NBA than in this whole Olympic team. Why? Because not the best players didn't show up, right? Clearly, the LeBrons of the world, the KDs, the Giannis's aren't playing in this tournament. So if we really want to get technical, this really wouldn't be a world championship gold medal. But I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to take it away from Team USA. I'm not going to take it away from whoever wins. They are going to be world champs as well. But when you win a championship in the NBA, you are the best in the world at that moment in time because you got challenged by the best in the world and you prevailed. So technically, you are a world champion, right? So just because you're not representing the flag, you're only representing a city, does not make you not a world champion. You know what I'm saying? So it's hilarious, man. It's hilarious how people try to hate on NBA players or just anybody. It's like, dude, enjoy your time. You're in the Olympics right now. You're winning gold medals. You are a world champion. Enjoy that. Don't take it away. You don't have to put anybody else down to elevate yourself and make yourself sound more prestigious or anything. Like, that's not cute, right? That's not cool. So, yeah, that's my take on that whole situation. I know a lot of you guys were hitting me up asking me for my opinion on Twitter, or should I say X? Man, I hate the new name. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna call it Twitter, right? Just like crypto, man. I'm gonna call it Staples, right? But yeah, that's my take on that. What do you guys think? Austin needs to start. I'd love for it to happen. It's not going to happen, though, as long as Ant-Man is there, unless an injury occurs or something, God forbid. But I'm happy with what Austin has done in limited minutes. Also, I would just like him to be healthy for the Lakers season. So for those selfish purposes, I'm okay with him coming off the bench. But obviously, if I was running Team USA, I was Steve Kerr, I would absolutely start Austin Reaves. He is the most efficient player on this team, period. Right? He's doing everything right. He really doesn't make many mistakes, if any at all. Right? That's what I'm saying. Yo, Mamba, that's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. The best players play in the NBA. The NBA is the creme de la creme. He said it's harder to win an NBA. Exactly. Best players in the world. That's it. Best players in the world, hands down. And they are world champions. That's why they say world champions when you win the championship. Hey, what's up, Dante? What's up, my bro? He said, Noah is full of you-know-what. Full of shit. We're going to say it, bro. He's full of shit. Absolutely. Shout out to Empire Jeff for the famous quote. But yeah, he's definitely full of shit. And the reason being is obviously what we already explained. It's like, bro, you don't have to hate on nobody else to shine brighter. Like your medal's not going to flash brighter in the sun by you spewing out hateful words or just saying stuff to put down your USA peers. Like, why would you even say that? Like, nobody asked, right? Nobody gives a shit about what your opinion is about NBA players, right? Ridiculous. AR-15 showed what he's got. He keeps showing it, man. Every game he's been impressive. He hasn't had one bad game yet, right? He's been impressive every single game from exhibition play all the way to the actual tournament. So it's awesome. He said, "Yeah, him coming off the bench is a good for us Lakers, but for the team, he should be starting." I'm with it. I would definitely start him. But the fact of the matter is that obviously Austin Reaves, whether he starts or comes off the bench, he's going to be impactful. We can't say the same thing for other players. So maybe that's what the coaching staff sees, or maybe there is some biasness. There always is, right? Maybe there is some favoritism, or maybe who knows? It could be anything. But I'm not gonna sit here and speculate. All I know is I don't care if he starts or comes off the bench, but he needs to be closing and he needs more minutes. That's all. Austin Reeves undrafted was a gem. I know. He might be the greatest undrafted player in the history of the Lakers. And that's saying a lot because we already had one who won a championship with us. But if we're talking about production, potential, age, and what he's already done in his early career, yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes. Austin Reeves is the greatest undrafted Laker of all time, and that's huge, right? With all our history, extensive history. Wow, we're talking about a potential All Star, maybe more. Hey, what up, Angie? Good to see you. Good morning. How you doing today? Uh oh, she said Don. I read it as Dan. My bad. She was talking to Don. Patrick, Austin is like Cooper Cup of the Rams. He isn't the fastest, strongest, etc., but he just wins. That is a good comparison. I like the comparison. But here's the thing. I think you're underestimating his athleticism and how good Austin Reeves is. I mean, he does have deceptive quickness, does have a great first step, and he has pretty good athleticism. He finishes, he double clutches layups in the air. I mean, I think he's more athletic than people give him credit for, right? So as far as AR goes, he's the real deal, right? He's athletic as he needs to be. He's smart as he needs to be, but most importantly, he is a killer. He has that poise and that look about him that you just know that he's a winner and he's a hooper, right? And he's only going to continue to get better. He's still only 25. I saw a comment the other day. Somebody said the future is bright, and I agreed with him on Twitter. And there's some idiot Suns fan, per usual, came into the comment section and says, he's 26. You know, what future? He's 26. First of all, 26 is not old. I don't know on what planet 26 is old in any term, let alone basketball terms. And secondly, he's 25, by the way. So yeah, the haters are gonna hate, but there's one of those things that is just like it's phenomenal to watch that this guy's exceeding all expectations. And the people that were talking about why is he on Team USA and they were trying to talk down on his skill set are really quiet right now. They're like this, right? All the naysayers, the only idiots still talking are the trolls. Nobody pays attention to mindless trolls anyways, right? But it's a beautiful thing to watch and very enjoyable. It's worth waking up for me to watch Team USA and Austin Reeves, you know, being the cherry on top with him balling out. So yeah, he said Austin's playmaking is the most impressive thing about his game. He's always going to be useful on a winning team. He'll be forever valuable. Yes, he will, my friend. Absolutely. For me, the most impressive thing, yes, his playmaking is very impressive. The most impressive thing for me is just his fearlessness. He's not afraid to go downhill. He's not afraid to get contact, and he's not afraid to take the big shots and make the big shots. And he like I said, he just has this insane amount of heart that we haven't seen in a while from a young Lakers player. It's been a while since we've seen that from a young Lakers player. So it's nice to see, man. My guy said, I'm not tripping about Sostin not starting because he's a spark plug off the bench. As long as he closes the games, I'm good. I'm right there with you, bro. I just said the same thing. Yes, sir. Great minds. Yeah, for me, it's more important that he closes. Now, during the regular season with the Lakers, I would throw a hissy fit if my guy doesn't start. He needs to start there. But on Team USA, they got so much talent. You really can't hate on the guys that are starting. I mean, I love all of them. I love this team. There's not one player I hate. Thank God they didn't invite Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not one player I dislike, you know? No Paul Georges, no Devin Bookers, no bums. I love it, you know? So from A to Z, I have no problem with who starts. My only suggestion was to start Halliburton because he's a better playmaker than Brunson, right? Brunson is more like looking to get downhill or come off of screens and score and get buckets, which is fine. But I'm just talking about a player that'll complement guys like Brandon Ingram, guys like Anthony Edwards to get them going early. And even the big men in the paint, right? Guys like Jaren Jackson, Halliburton would work wonders. You plug them in there, and that'll make the Team USA, I think, get off to even quicker start. So that's just my only suggestion that I had really quick. But that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Thank you so much for tapping in to yet another early morning episode of Post Game Recap with your boy. I got you guys tonight, man. I got some special content coming on late night with DTLF, so make sure you guys do tap in. And also, I might stream some Madden. I haven't done it since last week, so I might stream some Madden during the midday, maybe the afternoon. So just stay tuned. There might be 2 more videos coming. So stay tuned. Keep it locked. If you already haven't, please hit that post noti bell. And shout out to my sponsorship, Prize Pick. You guys know the deal, man. Promo code DTLF for 100% deposit match guaranteed on your first deposit, all the way up to $100. All right, so make sure you guys do tap in. I appreciate you guys, man. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Peace.